a short video on American gun laws. That was a shooting at, I guess it was a Catholic school or a religious school. America currently sits with an administration where we know who holds the House and the Senate and the presidency. And my thing is this: I don't care who sits in those seats, Republican, Democrat, Independent. It should be a law against, and it is a law against, sitting there lining your pockets with money from lobbyists while you hold those seats, making money off of the stock market while you hold those seats. It's illegal, but the current administration doing what they want to do. I don't have a problem with it. If when you say you're going to buy stocks on the stock market, let everybody know that same day when you're going to sell and when you're going to buy and when you're going to sell. That way we all have a chance, a fair chance at this here money-making game, money-making schemes. But back to the gun shooting here, Catholic school or whatever it was. It's a crying shame. That's in itself speaks loud about what the current administration care about your family and independent life. They're surrounded by security, so the likelihood of somebody killing their loved ones and stuff going haywire with them is pretty much slim to none. They're sending their kids to these private schools that have plenty of security around them, and they're not worried about it. But the individuals such as yourself and my kids and grandkids, they're having to deal with shootings in school and going to school and being shot at and killed. Until this bird roosts on their doorstep, they're not ever going to worry about it. Marjorie Taylor Greene is crazy about guns until one takes out her loved ones or something that she really cares about, or pop her. She's not going to give a hoot about it. The governor of Georgia, he campaigned on a gun, had a little kid sitting beside him, rubbing it, polishing the gun, and I'm like, who advertised on this? But then those that love guns just, hey, hoorah, hoorah, until that bird roosts on their front doorstep. And then all they have to say is, my prayers and sympathy goes out to the family. I've never seen that bring an individual back to life. I've never seen it happen. There are ways to control gun laws, but the administrations are not going to do it. One idea is every gun sold should carry a $5 million bond per person if it kills somebody. I'm saying if it killed 10 people, then hey, that's $5 million per person, $50 million got to go out, and that's paid from the company that designed them and made that gun. They have to carry that bond per gun. I promise you, they'll come up with a law and say, hey, wait a minute, we're losing too much money. These guns in the ghettos and these guns in the hunting range and people getting shot by accident. I promise you, gun makers would say, hey, you guys got to come up. We need to create a law to stop this, or we're going to just have to stop selling them and recall all the ones that's out there. Everybody goes into crazy app. Then no one wants to lose their weapons. Understood. I like hunting. I don't go hunting, but as a kid, when I grew up, I lived on a farm. That's what we did. We went hunting. That's fine. But when that gun is turned on the individual, there's ways of fixing this. But the gun manufacturers are lobbying and paying Congress. So these guys are just not gonna stop and make a law that rules against it. But there's a way to fix everything. Find out what your congressperson is voting for, the president you were looking for is voting for. Right now, the current administration is just taking care of themselves and their wallets. They're not studying about anything. They don't care about how many laws get broke as long as they don't have to go to jail. But the instant that you break a law, don't pay your taxes or whatnot, well, you got the man that only makes $5 and $7 an hour. That's the one that goes to jail. That's where the money comes from in this economy. The poor man. Look at Congress and see how many of them have problems like that. You're not going to find very many that, the taxes are too high, or the medication and Medicare, that stuff is not fair because they get it free. Until we vote for the ones that say, hey, there's been cuts made in the economy, and there's never been one made on Congress. We never told them, you guys got to pay for your own insurance. We never told them, you got to pay for all your benefits. We don't do it because they are lobbyists. They're the welfare of the United States. Congress is the biggest welfare of the United States. We could probably save billions by cutting their benefits. But that's just my thoughts. Make a video and let us know. I won't rent no space in your head because we're not going to bicker back and forth on my TikTok or YouTube program about it. But make a video. Let the world know how you feel. Later.